So I'm going to introduce our next presenter, John. I see he's on here. He is going to be talking about some of our favorite topics within AI. So I'm going to turn it over to him to give us a little talk on his stuff. So thank you very much for being on.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to try to share my screen here. Hopefully you can see what I'm seeing now. All right. Yeah, so I want to share about a tool that I created to help me teach about LLM prompt injection. I was actually asked by our cyber team to put something together regarding how AI and cybersecurity intersect. So I basically wanted to create some sort of hands-on learning experience. So this is what I put together as a result of that request, and then kind of shared with the cyber team. So I've actually put this up on Clark, mapped to some learning outcomes from the CAECD and the NICE components, if it's helpful to kind of see where this fits into the broader curriculum. But the primary product for this assignment is actually over on GitHub. So you can find it there if you want to use it yourself or just follow along as I present. So the basic idea of this application is it's something that perhaps HR folks might use to automatically rate or review resumes that are submitted. So I'm not proposing this as something anyone should actually do, but you could perhaps imagine an application that does this. So this is a tool basically that you can launch and run locally that will then demonstrate some prompt injection and other web application vulnerabilities. So I'm going to start off just by showing how this works. So it's a very simple application. Basically, there's an apply page where you can drop in your name. So if I say I'm Charlie, we can then upload a resume of some kind. So I'm going to pick Charlie's resume, and then Charlie can apply for a position. And after a moment, this should direct me to a nice thank you page. Thank you for submitting your application. And then the HR folks on the back end have a different view of the system where they can see the applicants. If I refresh this page, we should see Charlie's resume has been uploaded. And then these resumes get automatic grades. So Charlie's resume got a grade of C that was assigned by a large language model. We also have some others. Alice and Bob are already in the system, and they don't have very good resumes, unfortunately. So basically what I'm trying to demonstrate here is what an LLM-powered application could look like. So we're all familiar, I think, at this point with chatbots where you actually type into a box and then see text get generated. This application actually does all that behind the scenes. And there's new opportunities, of course, for vulnerabilities anytime we're using that complex of a system in the background. So the way we can demonstrate this is I have another resume for Mallory. So we'll upload this. Press apply. She should see basically the same thing happen. We get this thank you. And when I look at the applicants now from the back-end view, we see that Mallory's resume was excellent. She got a grade A. But if we actually look at the content of Mallory's resume, she has no education of any kind. And under work experience, she's been unemployed since 2009. So something is off here. Basically, this application isn't behaving in the way that we would want it to. So this tool can be used in different ways, but what I had students do was basically try to craft a resume that could, while not being very high quality for a cyber position, would get you an A grade in this system, basically demonstrating prompt injection in an AI-powered application. So the way this actually works, I tried to craft basically the simplest app that I could come up with, because one of the challenges I find when I'm teaching about these technical concepts is we've basically been adding on complexity to our computer system since about 1970. And it can be hard to kind of peel back all the layers and actually figure out what's going on. So I really wanted this to just be a single file, quick little Python application. So I chose to use Flask for this to basically just serve a couple of endpoints like you saw there, apply, and then the backend view for the applicants, store the state of the application just in a little in-memory dictionary, and then spell out how does this work? So we have a prompt like you would pass to something like ChatGPT, except this gets run as I said, internally. And then we just get a single letter grade back and then present that in our user interface. So essentially what happens is when a user uploads a resume, their resume gets attached to this prompt, and then we get back a grade for that resume that then gets stored and presented to users. So the challenge is, how can we craft a resume that tricks this system into scoring highly, but isn't actually a high quality resume? So from there, it's basically just a standard Flask application. We have a couple of pages where we accept the file, say thanks for submitting, and then generate the list of applicants. So that's how the application actually works. The entire thing is 178 lines long. So students, if they want to, can have access to this, go through the code, figure out how it works, and then try to discern potential areas for vulnerability. So they can craft their own attacks against this if they want to. We can also talk through how we might prevent some of these attacks. So this application is vulnerable to LLM prompt injection. Of course, that's what it's designed for. But then I also didn't do a ton of work to try to protect it from some of the classic vulnerabilities. So there's also the opportunity to exploit something like cross-site scripting here if students want to do that. And I had this set up as kind of an interactive thing. So the server is actually running, students can submit resumes, and then we can see what students are submitting to kind of break the system, analyze what the vulnerabilities are, and then think together about ways we could improve the system to make it more secure, or perhaps just identify there's certain things here that are just weaknesses of having your tool powered by AI that we have to be aware of. All right, so that's the application. I was actually hoping to have some time for questions, and it looks like I do. So if there are any questions, I will stop sharing my screen and I'll field any of those.
What class do you teach this in, or do you teach this in a couple of different classes?
Yeah, so this in particular, I used actually for a sort of specialized seminar for our cyber team. So they meet in the evenings and do things, like get ready for competitions and things like that. And they wanted to learn a little bit more about the intersection between AI and cyber. So part of the challenge of a presentation like that is you have first-year students through seniors, very different levels of technical ability. So I wanted something that everyone could kind of see and understand, be able to interact with, but have something meaty enough that if you're, an upper division student, you aren't just bored with it. You have some things you can think through and learn as well. So I could envision it being used really anywhere in the curriculum where you want to talk about AI, cybersecurity, and web app security in particular.
Yep.
Great. Any other questions?
Well, thank you, John. I really appreciate it. And again, we're going to be posting everything in a Google Drive so that people can access it, as well as contact information if you want to meet up with the folks that are presenting along the way. So appreciate that. That's really interesting. I'm actually going to turn my cyber club onto that. So we're going to move